Hi friends, today I want to talk about voiced and voiceless consonants. So a consonant is a sound that is made where the air is blocked in some way by your lips, tongue, or teeth. A voiced consonant is a consonant that uses your vocal cords to make the sound. A voiceless consonant does not. So what does that sound like? What does that look like? The easiest way to illustrate to our students or to our own children is by having them place their hands on their throat and make a sound. Let's do P and B. So first, let's make the sounds that a P makes. Do you feel anything? No, that's because that consonant is voiceless. Now, let's try the same thing with the B. B. You feel the voice, your vocal cords vibrating? That means that it's voiced. So let's try another one. CH says ch. Let's try that. Ch. Do you feel anything? Nope, it's voiceless. Now let's do J. J. You feel the difference? So the reason it matters is this. There are some pairs in our language, like CH and J, or P and B, that are made in the exact same part of our mouths. But the only difference is that one of them is voiced and one of them is voiceless. So for example, P, B are made in the exact same part of our mouths. It's just the difference between voiced and voiceless. Ch and j are made in the same part of our mouths. So can't you see now why children who are listening and saying these words might confuse the two? Because their mouths are doing the same thing and no one's ever taught them to listen for a voiced or a voiceless. So I suggest you teach voiced and voiceless consonants to your students from the very beginning when you were teaching letters. Teach them the name, the sound, how it's made in their mouths, and teach them whether it's voiced or voiceless. Maybe you don't use the terms voiced or voiceless just yet. Maybe you just talk about how you can feel it with your vocal cords. However you feel the language is appropriate for your students or your own child. But what about kids who are older and who already know their letter sounds? Do they need to know it? Yes, they definitely need to know it. There are so many times where, as an interventionist, I've had a student make a mistake in their spelling, and the spelling at first didn't seem to make sense, but then when I realized they were just mistaking a voiced and a voiceless pair, like in CH and J, or in F or V, it made so much sense to me the errors that they were making. So, if your children already know their letters, then go ahead and talk about it when it comes up in conversations. There will be some rules later on that they're going to need to know voiced and voiceless for. For example, ED actually has three sounds. ED says id, d, and t. So words like wished, thanked. It all depends on whether or not the final consonant before the ED is voiced or voiceless. So, voiced and voiceless consonants, it does matter. Teach it from the start if you can. If you can't, bring it up when it makes sense in your instruction. And why did I just focus on consonants? Because vowels are all voiced. So, you don't have to teach the difference with those. I hope that this was helpful. I'll be back another day with another tip.